Hello and welcome to Proverb Minutes. Let's cover today how none of us are hidden and all of our hearts are exposed directly to God at every breath we take. Let's read then from Jeremiah 23:24. Can anyone hide himself in secret places? I shall not see him, says the Lord. Do I not fill heaven and earth, says the Lord. So when we break it down, we can see plainly that none of us can hide from the Lord. And it is true that if we return to him, we return to something that is so unfathomably real, that goes beyond description, is to release yourself to eternity. And isn't that the blessing we look forward to? And so we see that there's no place to hide. And there is a division coming between good and bad. Let's continue studying here in Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue, that's our speech, is a tree of life. Doesn't that bring blessings when we speak highly of others and compliment? It's a higher call. But perverseness in it breaks the spirit. And so when we condemn others or they condemn us, doesn't it, the criticism over the condemnation of it all over the commendation, isn't that what stunts our motivation and our growth? If somebody, like at work, the boss or whatnot, they're just a gripey boss. I've worked with bosses that are so heinously evil. They just live to hate. And their domination to inflict pain on those under him or her, it's more than apparent. And I think that the sadistic qualities, I'm not sure how the masochism comes in, because I can't believe that a person that causes so much misery in other people's lives can't have inflicted pain back on themselves somewhere. Something is wounded. And we want to be healed. So when we come to the Lord, because we know that he is watching us, and he's keeping a watch on us, so we should be watchful over what we say, and that he is warning us, because the tree of life is something he wills for each one of us. But when it comes down to the ends of breaking your spirit, it's by the speech and the things that we run through our minds. And we all have issues in controlling our thoughts. There's not one of us that doesn't. The things that go on in the world, our desires and whatnot. But he tells us, try to stay away from these perverse things. And what are some of the synonyms for perverseness? Well, irrationality, just kind of driving yourself crazy. I think we've all felt that at times. But better to be rational and sure with purpose. The disobedience that comes into play, lack of self-control, recklessness, careless behavior. Certainly not a good thing to practice if we want to be sound in heart and have peace in our minds. So rebelliousness, just heard things on the news, any day of the week. And you can see people that are just kind of whacking out and blaming other people for one thing or another. It's in our country, the border or the politics or some person or, against, it's just endless. All we have to do is get on the road and we see the rage of it all immediately. I can't get on the highway in town here without seeing people weaving 4 lanes across up onto the shoulder. It's just crazy, the rebelliousness of it all right now. And I wonder if there's any cure for that, when the leadership is out of control, then the example is not shown to those that are, running the rage down the road, so to say. But the other thing is, it's unreasonable, isn't it? The unreasonableness of it all. It just doesn't make any sense. And people throwing the finger up in the air. What a dreadful society in many ways that has come to be. It's just, Charleston Heston, Planet of the Apes. It's a madhouse. beating his hand on the sand because he couldn't get away from the destruction that was so obvious. So shame on us. Let us then try to distinguish between good and bad and do the best we can, because we will fall, we will fail, but we will also succeed. Let us then put on more success than failure in our lives and try to have more understanding hearts with ourselves and then patience with others. Because after all, the page will one day turn, and the Lord's judgment will come to call on all the things that are not hidden, and the past utterances will all unfold before him, and especially ourselves. Everyone will be convicted by themselves and their own actions. Here in Proverbs 5:21, for the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all of his paths. There's nowhere to go that we can't hide from that final judgment. And all the ways of our actions will be displayed clearly before him. So, one of the things that helps me in life is the good memories that I collect. When I go out for walks with my wife or my son, and I see my daughter and my granddaughter, and those things that you can partake in that shares love and brings joy to the heart, just for being in the moment. And those memories carry us, and also that they are additive. And when we get to the judgment seat, surely I pray, and I hope that all would pray that have conscience, that our goodness would outshine the dark things that we have plagued on ourselves in either the past or in future actions. Let us then have more actions in taking care and go help someone. Thanks for coming to Proverb Minutes. Let's go out and be nice to somebody today, be it our family, our wife, husband, children, grandchildren, if we're fortunate enough to have. Blessed is the person who has a whole quiver full. So thanks for coming to Proverb Minutes. We'll see you on that next ride. Bye-bye.